Hello, welcome back to another video. So today we're looking at the releases that are going to go on pre-order next weekend. We also have some prices. It isn't prices for everything, it's just for the Kill Team stuff. And then if you just look at this graphic here, if there's anything you'll want to see that is outside of this, it's not going to be covered. So this is everything that's going to be discussed today. These are all the releases going on pre-order next weekend. So if you're looking forward to someone else, sorry, it's not coming up yet. Now, just before we get into it, I just want to cast a teeny little bit of doubt on the pricing. I'm 99.9% sure they are fine. I just have two things that make me doubt it slightly. Number one is prices are usually leaked on the Monday before the pre-orders go live. And many of you will already have seen this pricing because it got leaked earlier this week. So this price has been around for about a week earlier than it usually would do. The other thing that casts some doubt on it for me slightly, and as I say, I'm 99% sure this is fine, but the other little bit of doubt comes because the pricing that has been leaked is only for Kill Team. So none of the other weekend releases have been leaked for pricing or that kind of thing. And these documents come from trade pricing, which comes out a week before normal pre-orders. So, you know, take it with the tiniest pinch of salt. I'm pretty sure they're okay, but I just wanted to throw that in before we get cracking. And then one other thing, it's not mentioned in the article on Warhammer Community. However, the pricing on the leak states for the 6th of March. So that would mean a 2-week pre-order window. Look at pricing in a second, but first of all for Kill Team, we have the Pariah Nexus expansion. We also have the Kill Zones book. Now, I'm not going to go through the Pariah Nexus expansion itself because most people know what the content is, but for Kill Zones it looks basically like the collected information from all of the previous releases for Kill Zones. Now 3 of those releases actually go on pre-order again, so they're re-releases, something I'm really excited about. However, it looks like the information in this book is just collected information from previous releases. It doesn't look like there's anything new. It does have environment tables for each kill zone. It does have narrative and match play missions for each one and bespoke tactics. But again, those are all things that came in those original boxes. Now, as I mentioned just a second ago, we have got 3 re-releases of Kill Zones. Now, the Warhammer Community website says that they are new, and obviously they are not. So we have Sector Fronteris, Sector Mechanicus, and Sector Munitorum. Now, I'm particularly excited about these because I've been trying to pick these up for a long time, but they have been really very expensive when it comes to eBay and that kind of thing. In fact, even just purchasing the individual rules and that kind of thing, so everything except for the actual terrain itself, has even proven to be quite difficult recently. So this is a really good shout for me. Okay, on to pricing. So I've got pricing in euros and in pounds. So all of the kill zones, they are £60 or 80 euros. The Pariah Nexus is £95 or 125 euros, and the Kill Zones book is £25 and 32 euros 50. Now, obviously, all of this stuff will get a between 20 and 25% discount in the retailers and that kind of thing. Now, if anyone does use Element Game and they wouldn't mind using my affiliate link, which is down in the description, it will really help me. It will especially help me to maybe get one of these expansions and be able to show you that. There's 2 other 40k releases. So we have the Honoured of the Chapter for the Space Marines and the Royal Court for the Necrons. So Honoured of the Chapter is made up of the Primaris Chaplain, the Judicia, the Blade Guard Ancient, as well as 3 Blade Guard Veterans and Eradicators. And the Royal Court is made up of a Scorpec Lord, a Canoptek Reanimator, a Plasmancer, and a pair of Crypto Thralls. Now, this appears to me to be just another opportunity to try and bleed out some of that Indomitus stock. So these are directly from Indomitus. They're the same sprues and that kind of thing. So there's no multi-part kits or anything like that here. These are just what comes in those sprues. Now, there's no pricing for these yet. But if it does become available, what I'll do is I'll just whack a note in the comments for this video to let you know what they are. But I will say it will be very interesting to see what the prices for these are. So for example, you could pick up the whole set of Necrons on eBay that came from Indomitus for about 50 or 60 quid on eBay. The Space Marines is going for a little bit more, so I'm just wondering where the pricing for this is going to work its way out. It'll be interesting to see how much it is marked up. And then finally we've got Necromunda releases. So we've got Orlok Champion and Gangers. That's the first one. Those are the models on the right. And then we have a Ratus Tatterskin. Now I believe these are Forge World models, so those will go on pre-order this Friday. So that's it. So it's quite an exciting weekend next weekend for the pre-orders. I'll certainly be there for Pariah Nexus, and I'll probably be there also for the Killzones, both the book and those individual sets. The book I'm getting really because I am a little bit of a mug when it comes to collecting sets and that kind of thing. So I've got every single Kill Team book so far. So the FOMO is strong with me when it comes to this kind of thing. So I will get it just for that. Even though I know it is ultimately much more straightforward to use the information that comes from the individual sets themselves. In terms of the kill zones themselves, I was a little bit nervous about what we were going to see in terms of pricing for this. I was worried that they were going to go a little bit further and push those pricing a bit more. Now I believe they all retailed at about £55, which has now gone up to 60. So, you know, they've gone up slightly, but overall I was worried that they were going to be more than this. So I'm very happy to see that as well. It will be really interesting though to see the pricing for the two new 40k boxes. Now I can't move on without having a quick word about the Cursed City, and I'll also have a little word about the other announcements from yesterday's Warhammer Live. Now I've picked up quite a lot of subscribers in the last few weeks because of the content I've had for Cursed City. It's something I'm very, very much looking forward to, but I didn't want to put something out yesterday and just rush it because there was so much information that we were plied with. I thought it was worth spending some extra time on that just to get it right and make sure I cover absolutely everything. So my content for that will be coming out probably tomorrow or Tuesday. It's going to be a long one, but it's going to be worth it because there was so much information put out there for this game that I think it's worth spending some time on really getting to grips with everything that we saw. The one thing I will say here about that is any indication or any confirmation of trying to get to that $300 rumored price point is obviously turned out to be a load of nonsense. If the content that we saw, which is abundant and looks fantastic, but if that goes for $300, it will be an absolute tragedy. But it won't. It really won't. I reckon RRP UK, I reckon we're talking anything between £100 and £125. I don't think it's going to be any more than that. The other two highlights for me yesterday were Headcracker's Mad Mob. They look absolutely brilliant. I really like these models, particularly that little dancing guy. He looks absolutely fantastic. I have been really looking forward to some Bone Splitter stuff coming to Diachasm or Underworlds, and you know, everything that we've seen so far for Diachasm has looked absolutely top notch in terms of the models, especially for the kind of environment they're in, sort of that hex-based movement. So, you know, they look absolutely brilliant. I'm really looking forward to all of the warbands for Diachasm, actually. I didn't actually own any other Underworld stuff before Diachasm, just because it never really spoke to me. I didn't think it looked that great. However, everything that has been announced so far for Diachasm looks absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to see the Ossiarch Bone Reaper stuff when it gets announced. And then I almost spat my coffee out when I saw the mounted White King. Now, I am a big fan of the original Legions in the Gash White King model, but this looks truly amazing. I think it looks really, really cool. I can't wait to get the Cursed City skeletons and the zombies as well into Age of Sigmar, because I think they look that cool and that new. But obviously I'll get back to the Cursed City stuff in another video in the next couple of days. But this model for me, I absolutely love it. I think it looks really, really cool. But that's kind of it from me for now. I will be doing another video just to talk about the general releases in March. So assuming those leaked dates are correct and the prices are correct, this stuff, all of these announcements will be coming out and delivered to us in March. So March, I think, is going to be a very expensive month. I also think Curse City is going to come out in March as well. That would fit within the 3-month timescale. So for those of you who don't know, for all of the Warhammer Live videos where they've announced something, everything that's been announced has been released within 3 months. And now if Curse City goes by the same track, that should come out within 3 months of the original announcement. I'm going to go now, but just to let you know, I do these videos every week. A quick breakdown of the announcements in terms of the following week's pre-orders. So if you want to see them in the future, drop a subscribe and I'll see you every Sunday evening. I've got lots and lots of stuff coming out in the next few weeks as well. So the new speeders that came out from the Space Marines, the Necron stuff that came out last weekend, the Slaves to Darkness, Underworld's Warband, all that stuff is going to get a review in the next week or so. So stay tuned for all that kind of stuff. And obviously, the thing I'm most excited about at the moment is Curse City. So there will obviously be lots and lots of content going forward for that as well. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Much appreciated. And I'll catch you all very, very soon.